the director of the online student experience.
Sometimes people will sign up for online classes thinking that online classes are going to be easier.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Online Student Experience podcast. My name is João Malanga, and I am the host of this episode with Andrea Caraway, the director of the Online Student Experience. Hello, Andrea. How are you
Hi,
today?
Malenga, and hello to everyone out there watching. I'm so excited to be here with you all today and answer what questions y'all have about the online student experience.
Wow, wow. We are really excited to have you here once again. It's been a long time that we don't have this podcast, but here we are again. We're back. So, Andrea, what do you have to say about yourself before we go to the questions?
Oh my goodness, about myself. Well,
Yeah.
Malenga already covered some of it. I oversee the online student experience here at UNT. I'm also a UNT alum, and I think that's kind of a fun fact. I've been able to watch and see how the institution has grown and changed over time. I love working with online students. I love working with technology. And so that's what makes working for the online student experience so fun because it's a great way to bridge the gap between both of those because a lot of the ways that we are connecting with online students is through technology. And so those are, some great things to bring together and hopefully be able to support students in a variety of ways.
But Andrea, we have here some couple questions so that the students and those who are listening or watching the podcast can be aware of the online student experience services. And my first question here is, who inspired you? Who inspired you to join the team and work with online students?
So this isn't really a team I joined. It's more of a team that I created. So the online student experience is still pretty new. So we are in year two. So this is our third semester of being a program here at
Wow,
UNT.
it's brand new.
I've worked in lots of different areas on campus and in the division of student affairs. And I think in recent years, especially as we navigated the pandemic and things like that, I could see that there was a need to be able to offer programs and services online. And so I kind of played around with it a little bit in other roles. And then when the opportunity came, when we decided that we really needed as a division someone to kind of bring together all of the online things that are happening in the Division of Student Affairs. The Division of Student Affairs has been doing online programs and providing services for students virtually or online for a number of years, way before the online student experience existed. But to bring them all under one roof and in one place, make them easier for students to find, it made sense to create a new program area. And so our program has grown just in a year. And so we've added new staff members. Last year, it was myself and my graduate assistant. This year, we've added an additional full-time coordinator role. So if you see Dallas around, she is the coordinator for the online student experience. And we were also able to add two student assistant positions, which is really exciting. And obviously keep our graduate assistant. So Malenga is our new graduate
Oh,
assistant
yeah.
this year. Malenga mentioned briefly before, but I have a master's in learning technologies. And so this was a great way to take my experiences in student affairs and kind of pair them with that education piece in learning technologies and kind of bring the two worlds together in a way that I hope makes taking online classes, feeling supported as an online student makes all of those things better for our students because that's what we're all here for.
Andrea, I've been talking to a couple of students. Some of them are online students, some of them are all in-person students
Mhm.
here at UNT. And normally they ask these questions. What are the key services of the online student experience and how can they access these services?
Yeah, so I think one of the best things and one of the services I think I'm most proud of to be able to offer, one of the first things we did is we created online student success coaching because like I said before, we've been doing things in student affairs online for several years, But sometimes those things can be hard to find. And so online student success coaching was a way for online students to get some virtual FaceTime with a staff member one on one to talk about their specific needs, and that our team can help them identify specific resources that meet their needs. So, whether you're wanting to know whether or not an honor society you're able to participate in as an online student, or maybe you're wanting to know more about career resources, and we can share things like virtual resume review, and mock interviews and other things that are going on. Online student success coaching is a way for you to kind of get in there, ask your questions, and then it's our job to figure out how to get you the support and the resources that you need. And you can schedule an online student success coaching session through the Navigate app. Similar to how you would sign up for an advising session, just look for the online student experience, and then you'll see online student success coaching. Other things that we have a Canvas course for the online student experience. And so that has a lot of asynchronous and on demand student success modules there, maybe links out to videos that we think will be helpful for online students. It also houses our Honor Cord program, which is another big one out of the online student experience. It's an opportunity for online students to be recognized for their contributions to the institution, for the work that they're doing in their communities, for their academic success. And so to earn your online student experience honor cord, you need to get 100 points, and you can do that in a variety of ways. So we really want you to build your own experience. We want you to do programs that are interested and work for you. And so different things have different point values. Whichever way you mix and match and get to your 100 points, you can earn your online student experience honor cord. And so I think those are the big programs for the online student experience. We'll also do like some fun game nights or study nights and things like that. We have a Discord which is active this year, and so that's kind of a fun place for students to chat and see what's going on. And so those are some great ones. But I think another really cool thing that we get to do is collaborate and partner with different departments in the Division of Student Affairs to bring online components to some of their most popular programs. And so for homecoming this year, we live streamed Yell Like Hell. We did some virtual spirit board competitions, and we had other things going on during homecoming week that online students could participate in. Another one that we do is Make a Difference Day and the Big Event, and we partner with the Center for Leadership and Service for those. First Flight and Spring Soar Weeks, we bring together the online courses or the online programs for those things, and help and work with orientation and transition programs to create their Spring Soar and First Flight courses where students can access them. So we're really collaborating a lot, both in the Division of Student Affairs and with other divisions on campus, to do things that we think would be beneficial to online students.
Wow, I feel like there are a lot of things you've been doing, and hopefully, the students that are watching can use these services that are available for you here at UNT. Andrea, as the director of the online student experience, are there any specific initiatives that you feel proud of?
Yeah, I think the one that I'm probably the most proud of is the Honor Cord program. One, we get a lot of participation in that program, so it's nice to see that it's something that resonates with students that they enjoy participating in. But I love opportunities to recognize our students for the wonderful work that they're doing. I think we've got amazing students at UNT. We've got amazing online students at UNT. And so to be able to track and kind of record some of the things that we're doing. We've got online students that are SGA senators. We've got online students that participate in community service. We've got online students that make the dean's list and the president's list, and things like that. So to be able to recognize those achievements, and maybe sometimes we don't always notice or see that online students are a part of our
Yeah.
community when they're not necessarily here on campus with us, but they are very much so ingrained in our UNT community. And so to be able to highlight and recognize where they're shining is something that is really important to me. And I'm glad that we're able to do through the Honor Cord program.
Wow, wow, that's really good. There is this thing, and I know that you have a lot of experience working with online students and students in general.
Mhm.
Uh, but what are the unique challenges of online students, and how do the online student experience address them, like to help them overcome these challenges?
Yeah, so I think online students have similar challenges to in-person students, but I think there are some things that um, may be of more importance to them, or that look a little bit different for online students. And so, one, I think, especially if you're in asynchronous courses, so maybe it's a Canvas course and you're able to go through the modules at your own pace, and you don't have necessarily a set time to go through them. You just kind of have dates where you have to get your quizzes or things done. I think creating a schedule and some consistency helps to build that discipline and helps online students a lot. And so, one of my biggest pieces of advice is, even if you don't have a designated class time, so even if your class doesn't meet through Zoom, give yourself a class time. So, every day, every Monday from 3:30 to 5:30, I'm working on this course, and build that routine, because I think when you can do it at your own place, it's easier to procrastinate, and you might get overwhelmed as you start approaching those deadlines because you didn't kind of space it out throughout the semester in the way that you needed to. I think the other thing for online students is feeling connected to the university and feeling like they belong, feeling like they get an opportunity to make friends and interact with staff members in the UNT community and things like that. And so I would encourage you, like, as you see virtual events or online events happening, be a part of those so you can meet people. I think a lot of times post graduation, we lean on our network
No,
that
that's right.
we made during our time as college students and things like that. And so making sure that you're making an intentional effort to connect with people and to build that engagement. And I think those are some really big ones. One way to kind of help get you through all of these, how do you start? How do you succeed as an online student? All of those steps. We have a program called Jumpstart, and we offer it every semester. And it's usually at the beginning of the semester. It's a 6 week kind of program. And so there's one session each week for 6 weeks. And they'll cover things about what campus resources you have access to, managing your time and creating a schedule, making friends and getting engaged on campus, and just a lot of other topics that we know help online students succeed. How to set up your tech. And so if you want to, create folders and rules and Outlook and things like that, what can help you be more efficient using your technology as an online student? Because I think that's the other big piece of being an online student, is navigating the technology needed for your classes.
Wow, that's really good. I like the way you have described the unique challenges of the online students
Mhm.
and how the online student experience to him address them. It's really wonderful. But actually, I wouldn't say but, I wouldn't say and. There is also this question, which is like I was reading this article. They say like online students, although they are considered that they don't excel as in-person student, actually they excel in some cases more than in-person students. Would be your advice for those students who are considering to become an online student? What advice do you have for them?
Well, I think we've got to dispel some myths, because I think sometimes people will sign up for online classes thinking that online classes are going to be easier than
Yeah,
in-person classes, and that is not the case.
yeah.
A lot of times it's the same content, it's a different modality, and for some students, online classes are harder because they like being able to have discussions with their classmates in real time, in person, and that type of thing. And so I think you have to find what works for you. But I think that's a huge myth that online classes are easier.
Hmm.
And so I think the biggest thing is, if you're thinking about being an online student, that's great, because it does offer more flexibility. And some people do learn better in an online format. I think it's important to make sure that you have the time to dedicate to it, and that you understand that this is not necessarily an easier route to get your course credit. It's a different route than in person, but not easier by any means. And so making sure that you're still able to dedicate time to studying,
Right.
making sure that you can make sure that you are still engaging with the course material. And if you can be disciplined for that, if you trust yourself to do that, then it's probably a great fit for you. If you know that maybe you have a tendency to procrastinate,
Hmm.
or you need a little bit more accountability, then maybe try it out with one class or two classes and see if you're able to kind of adjust your habits and things like that. But I do think a lot of self accountability and self discipline is required to succeed in online classes because you don't necessarily have the reminders like when you would in an in-person class of, hey, this is coming up, make sure you're working on that. You kind of have to space it out yourself, especially if your courses are asynchronous.
Okay, that's really good. That's really good. And a lot of stuff that you said today, I'm going to be applying because I have also a couple classes online. And yeah, thank you so much for that. And let's go to the fun part, which is the upcoming events and online student experience, which you can share with the people who are watching us right now.
Yeah, no worries. So I'm not sure when this is airing, but tonight we've got a game night in our Discord server, which should be a lot of fun. So you can always find what's going on with the online student experience on our website, ose.unt.edu. So that's a great place to know what events are coming up. We also kind of pull online events from all over campus on our website. So it's kind of one good spot to have to be able to know what all the things are. But let me get back to answering your question. We're in the first week of the spring semester, so we have a kickoff for Jumpstart on Thursday from 3:30 to 4:30, and then Jumpstart will meet on Thursdays at 3:30 for the next 6 weeks to kind of help everyone get started on the right foot in the spring semester. I'm sure we've got lots of other big things coming up, but that's what's really top of mind. It's Spring SOAR Week, and so if you're wanting to participate in Spring SOAR Welcome Week, that program is through orientation and transition programs, but there is a Canvas course that has asynchronous workshops you can do, and also some synchronous programs from lots of folks around the division as well happening this week. Oh, and Week of Welcome. So, Week of Welcome also happens during these first couple of weeks of school for us. So, virtual Week of Welcome actually lasts 2 weeks instead of 1 week. And we have drop in sessions all throughout these first 2 weeks of classes. So, if you just have a quick question, maybe you're not sure where to log in for something, or maybe you need software for one of your courses and you don't know where to go get it from, just drop into a Week of Welcome session. They're through Zoom. Someone will be there just to pop in and say hi or to answer your questions if you have questions. And so those are the big ones that we're doing to start the semester off. Online student success coaching is always available. The Honor Cord program is ongoing, so you can always jump in and start participating in the Honor Cord program whenever you're ready.
Wow, Andrea, thank you so much.
Thank
I,
you for
I,
having me.
I,
This is fun.
Actually, you should be here again the next episode. It's been really good. I wish we could be here. But for those one who are there, we have Andrea today. Hopefully, we can have Andrea again the next episode. And you can follow us on our Facebook, UNT OSE, and also Instagram, UNT OSE. And if you are a UNT student, online student, we have a Discord, which you can find us. And as Andrea said, we have also our website, which you can also find us. And the information about the website will be available in the description of this video. Thank you very much for today. And I hope to see you in the next episode. And don't forget, Mean Green.
Yay, go Mean Green. Thanks for tuning
Yeah.
in.